The U.S. States and Syllabus quiz will be given once in class. If you don't pass it on that first time, you'll have the chance to take it again whenever you want to. Schedule some office hours or talk to me before or after class to get a chance to sit down and do it again. You can do it over and over and over again until you pass, but you must pass. When you get the test, you will get a blank map of the United States, and there will be 2 states listed at the top. The states there will vary. You have been given the list of the pairs of states. I think there are 10 different ones. You might get any one of those. When you retake the quiz, if you don't pass it the first time, the new states you get will be randomly selected. You're going to get a different set of states every time you take the quiz. So when you have this piece of paper in front of you, the first thing you're going to do is draw a line between the 2 states. So here there is a line between Texas and Delaware. Once you have drawn the line, simply label all of the states that your line touches. I have used the post office abbreviations on these states. You can use any way you want to label those states, as long as I can tell what you mean. There are a million ways to misspell Tennessee, for example. It doesn't matter which one you use. If I can tell that you meant Tennessee, that's going to be fine. Spelling does not count. It's very important that you label all of the states that your line touches. When you look at Missouri, Missouri has that weird little appendix that hangs down, and my line is just barely touching it, but I still had to label it. Label every state that your line touches. Do not label states that your line does not touch. Now, some of the pairs of states go across the Great Lakes region. You must stay within the continental United States. The line on this map crosses over Ontario. It goes into Canada. That is not permitted for this quiz. If you have one of those northern tier trips to take, make a relatively direct line. It's not going to be straight because you do have to curve south of the Great Lakes. Make sure that you stay on the printed map. Don't leave the United States. That's all there is to it. It's very, very simple. On the back of the quiz, there will be 3 questions about the syllabus. They can be about policies in the class, about outcomes, any material on the syllabus except the schedule. I'm not going to ask you what date a particular assignment is due. For scoring, to pass this, you must get a passing grade on this quiz. That means you have to have 100% of the states identified correctly. Every state that your line touches must be correctly identified. On the syllabus section, you have to get at least 1 question correct. If you do those things, you pass the quiz. After you have passed the quiz, you get credit for your other geography quizzes. You will not get points for later geography quizzes until you have passed this quiz.